Hi, welcome to this Corbettmaths video. In this video, we're going to look at the video solutions to the expanding two brackets practice questions. If you need any extra help on expanding two brackets, if you go to corbettmaths.com/contents and scroll down to video number 14, there's a video tutorial on expanding two brackets. Alternatively, you could scan this QR code. But let's get started. So, our first question. So, question number 1 says expand and simplify y plus 3 times y plus 5. So we need to multiply everything in the second bracket by everything in the first bracket. So we're going to do y times y, so that's y squared. Then we're going to do y times 5, so that's plus 5y. Then we're going to do 3 times y, that's plus 3y. And then we're going to do 3 times 5, that's 15, so plus 15. And then we need to simplify, and if you notice, we've got some like terms. We've got 5y and 3y, and 5y plus 3y is 8y. So answer would be y squared plus 8y plus 15. So that's our answer, y squared plus 8y plus 15. Just multiplying everything in the second bracket by everything in the first bracket. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. So let's have a look at question number 2. So question number 2 says expand and simplify x plus 5, x minus 1. So we need to multiply everything in the second bracket by everything in the first bracket. So we're going to do x times x, that's x squared. Then x times minus 1, that's minus 1x, or just minus x. Then 5 times x, that's 5x, so plus 5x. And then finally, we've got 5 times minus 1. Well, 5 times minus 1 will be minus 5, because a positive times a negative is a negative, and 5 times 1 is 5. So 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. So we've now expanded, we now need to simplify. So if we have a look at the terms in the middle, our minus x plus 5x, well, minus 1 plus 5 is 4, so minus x plus 5x's would be 4x's. So the answer would be x squared plus 4x minus 5. And that's it, so that's our answer, x squared plus 4x minus 5. Okay, let's have a look at question number 3. So let's have a look at question number 3. So question number 3, we've been asked to expand and simplify w minus 2, w minus 7. So we need to multiply everything together. So w times w is w squared. W times minus 7 would be minus 7w. Minus 2 times w would be minus 2w. And then minus 2 times minus 7, well, negative times a negative is a positive, and 2 times 7 is 14. So we've expanded, we now need to simplify. So if we have a look at our two terms in the middle, we've got minus 7w take away number 2w. Well, if we had minus 7 and we take away number 2, that would be minus 9. So it's going to be w squared minus 9w plus 14. And that's it, so w squared minus 9w plus 14. Okay, let's have a look at question number 4. So question number 4, we've been asked to expand and simplify x minus 10, x plus 3. So let's expand our brackets. X times x, that's x squared. X times 3, that's plus 3x. Minus 10 times x, well, that's going to be minus 10x. And finally, minus 10 times 3, well, negative times a positive is a negative, and 10 times 3 is 30. So minus 10 times 3 would be minus 30. And then if we have a look at our two terms in the middle, we've got 3x minus 10x. Well, if we had 3x's and we take away 10x's, we'd have minus 7x's. So the answer is going to be x squared minus 7x minus 30. And that's it. So x squared minus 7x minus 30. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. So question number 5. Question number 5, we've been asked to expand and simplify x minus 4, x plus 6. So let's multiply our brackets together. So x times x is x squared. X times 6, so that'll be plus 6x. Minus 4 times x, that's going to be minus 4x. And minus 4 times 6, well, minus 4 times 6 would be minus 24, because a negative times a positive is a negative, and 4 times 6 is 24. So minus 4 times 6 is minus 24. Now let's simplify our terms in the middle. We've got 6x, take away 4x, well, that would be 2x. So that would be x squared plus 2x minus 24. And let's write that in, x squared plus 2x minus 24. Okay, let's have a look at our next question, question number 6. So question number 6, we've been asked to expand and simplify x minus 3, x plus 3. So let's multiply our brackets together. X times x is x squared. X times 3, well, that would be plus 3x. Then we've got minus 3 times x, so that'll be minus 3x. And then minus 3 times 3, well, a minus times a positive is a negative. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So minus 3 times 3 is minus 9. Now we need to simplify it, so we need to look at our terms in the middle. We've got 3x's take away 3x's. Well, 3x's take away 3x's is no x's, or 0. 3x take away 3x is 0. So they will just become 0. So we're going to have x squared. They're going to become 0, and then we're going to be left with minus 9. So the answer would be x squared minus 9. Okay, let's have a look at question number 7. So question number 7, we've been asked to expand and simplify x minus 7 squared. So that means we need to write the bracket out twice, x minus 7 and x minus 7, because when we square something, we times it by itself, so we write the bracket out twice. Now we just need to expand and simplify. So x times x is x squared. x times minus 7 would be minus 7x. Minus 7 times x would be minus 7x. And minus 7 times minus 7, well, negative times a negative is a positive, and 7 times 7 is 49, so plus 49. Now we need to simplify it, so let's look at our terms in the middle. We've got our x squared, then we've got minus 7x, take away another 7x. Well, if we had minus 7, take away 7, that would be minus 14. So it's going to be minus 14x plus 49. So the answer would be x squared minus 14x plus 49. Okay, let's have a look at question number 8. Question number 8, we've been asked to expand and simplify 2y plus 1, y plus 3. So let's multiply brackets together. 2y times y, well, that would be 2y squared, because y times y is y squared, but we've got 2y times y, so that would be 2y squared. Then we've got 2y times 3, well, that would be 6y. Then we've got 1 times y, that would be 1y, or I'm just going to write y here. And then finally, 1 times 3 would be 3. So we've got 2y squared plus 6y plus y plus 3. Well, adding the terms in the middle, 6y plus y would be 7y, so it's going to be 2y squared plus 7y plus 3. So the answer would be 2y squared plus 7y plus 3. So in question number 9, we've been asked to expand and simplify 4x plus 1, 3x minus 5. So let's multiply them together. So 4x times 3x. Well, 4x times 3x would be 4 times 3 is 12, and then x times x is x squared. Now we've got 4x times minus 5. Well, 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. So 4x times 5 would be minus 20x. Then we've got 1 times 3x, well, that would be plus 3x. And then finally, we've got 1 times minus 5. Well, 1 times minus 5 will be minus 5. Now we need to look at our terms in the middle. We've got our 12x squared. And then we've got minus 20x plus 3x. Well, if we're at minus 20 and we add 3, we're going to go back up towards 0. So it'll be minus 17x minus 5. So the answer would be 12x squared minus 17x minus 5. Okay, let's have a look at our next question, question number 10. So question number 10, we've been asked to expand and simplify 3x minus 2, 2x plus 3. So let's multiply terms together. 3x times 2x, well, 3 times 2 is 6, and x times x is x squared. 3x times 3, so 3x times 3 would be, well, 3 times 3 is 9, so that would be plus 9x. Then we've got minus 2 times 2x. Well, minus 2 times 2 is minus 4, so that's going to be minus 4x. And then we've got minus 2 times 3, well, that's going to be minus 6. And then simplifying our terms in the middle, we're going to have 6x squared. We've got 9x take away 4x. Well, 9x take away 4x is 5x, so plus 5x minus 6. So the answer would be 6x squared plus 5x minus 6. And that's it. So question number 11, we've been asked to expand and simplify 5y minus 1, y minus 2. So we need to multiply terms together. So 5y times y, well, y times y is y squared. So 5y times y would be 5y squared. Then we've got 5y times minus 2. Well, 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times minus 2 would be minus 10. Y, so minus 10y. We've then got minus 1 times y, so it's going to be minus 1y, or we'll just write minus y. And finally, negative 1 times a negative 2. Well, negative times a negative is a positive, and 1 times 2 is 2. Now, if we look at our terms in the middle, we've got minus 10y, take away y. So if we're at minus 10 and we take away another 1, that's going to be minus 11. So our answer will be 5y squared minus 11y plus 2. So the answer will be 5y squared minus 11y plus 2. So question number 12, we've been asked to expand and simplify 7x minus 20, brackets, 9x minus 10, close brackets. So to start off with, we've got 7x times 9x. Well, 7x times 9x, well, 7 times 9 is 63, and x times x is x squared. Then we've got 7x times minus 10. Well, 7 times minus 10 would be minus 70, x, so minus 70x. Then we've got minus 20 times 9x. Well, minus 20 times 9 would be minus 180x, so minus 180x. And then we've got minus 20 times minus 10. Well, negative times a negative is a positive, so plus, and 20 times 10 is 200. Now, if we look at our terms in the middle, we've got our x's here. We've got minus 70x minus another 180x. Well, if we had minus 70 and we take away another 180, we'd have minus 250. So the answer is going to be 63x squared minus 250x plus 200. And we'd write that down in our answer box. 63x squared minus 250x plus 200. Okay, our next question, question number 13. So question number 13, we've been asked to expand and simplify 2x plus 5 all squared. So we're multiplying this by itself. So we've got 2x plus 5 in brackets, 2x plus 5. And we just need to expand our brackets. So 2x times 2x, well, 2 times 2 is 4, so it's going to be 4x squared. And then we've got 2x times 5. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, so it's going to be plus 10x. 5 times 2x, well, it'll be plus 10x again. And then 5 times 5 is 25, so plus 25. And then if we look at our like terms, we've got our 10x and our 10x, they'll add together to give us 20x. So the answer would be 4x squared plus 20x plus 25. Let's write that down, 4x squared plus 20x plus 25. Okay, our next question, question number 14. So this time we've been asked to expand and simplify 4x minus 3 all squared. So again, we've got the bracket squared, so it means we're multiplying it by itself. 4x times 4x would be 16x squared, so 16x squared. We've then got 4x times minus 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, so 4 times minus 3 would be minus 12, so minus 12x. We've then got minus 3 times 4x. Well, minus 3 times 4 would also be minus 12x. And then we've got minus 3 times minus 3. Well, negative times a negative is a positive, and 3 times 3 is 9, so plus 9. So if we simplify our like terms, our x is in the middle here, we've got 16x squared. We've then got minus 12x, take away another 12x, that'll be minus 24x, and then plus 9. So the answer would be 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. Okay, question number 15. So question number 15, we've been given this rectangle and it's got a length of x plus 9 and a width of x minus 1. And we're told the length of the rectangle is x plus 9 centimetres and the width of the rectangle is x minus 1 centimetres. And we've been asked to form an expression for the area of the rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is the length multiplied by the width. So if we multiply these together, we will find the area. So to form an expression for the area of the rectangle, we're going to multiply the length, which is x plus 9, by the width, which is x minus 1. And I'm going to expand and simplify here. So let's expand our brackets and simplify. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 1 would be minus 1x or minus x. 9 times x would be plus 9x. And 9 times minus 1 would be minus 9. Now if we have a look at our expression, we've got some like terms. We've got our minus x and our 9x. Well, if we had minus 1x and we added 9x, we would get 8x. So the answer would be x squared plus 8x minus 9. And let's write that down. X squared plus 8x minus 9. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. Question number 16. So question number 16. In question number 16, we've been given rectangle ABCD, and it's shown below ABCD, and it's got a length of x plus 7 and a width of x plus 2. And we're told that the area of the rectangle ABCD is 230 centimetres squared. And we've been asked to show that x squared plus 9x is equal to 216. So let's start up by finding an expression for the area of this rectangle. So let's multiply the length, which is x plus 7, by the width, which is x plus 2, and see what we get. So x times x is x squared. X times 2 will be plus 2x. 7 times x would be plus 7x. And 7 times 2 would be plus 14. And if we collect our like terms, our 2x and our 7x, we will get x squared plus 9x plus 14. So that is an expression for the area of this rectangle. And we've been told that the area of the rectangle is 230. So let's write that this area is equal to 230. So that would be x squared plus 9x plus 14 is equal to 230. Now we've been asked to show that x squared plus 9x is equal to 216. Now we're almost there. We've got our x squared, we've got our 9x, but we've got a plus 14 on this left hand side, and you can see here there's no plus 14 here. So if we take away 14 from both sides of this equation, we would get on the left hand side, we'd have x squared plus 9x, and we took away 14 to get rid of the plus 14, so it'd just be x squared plus 9x. And on the right hand side of the equation, we had 230, and we took away 14, so that'd be 216. And that's what we were asked to show. So we've shown what we were asked to show in the question. And if we just scroll down, that's us done. So we've been asked to show that, and we've done that. Now there's another way to do this question. If we actually have a look at our shape is actually divided into x plus 7 and x plus 2. So we know the area is equal to 230. So if we multiply and find the area of each one of these four regions, we can then put that equal to 230. So for this region, it has a length of x and a width of x, so it's a square. X times x is x squared. This region, it has a length of x and a width of 7, so x times 7 is 7x. This region here, it has a length of x and a width of 2, so x times 2 is 2x. And finally, this region, it has a length of 7 and a width of 2, so 7 times 2 is 14. So we have got the area of each one of these four regions. So this region has an area of x squared, this region has an area of 7x, this region has an area of 2x, and this region has an area of 14. So if we add them all together, that would be the area of the rectangle. So x squared plus 7x plus 2x plus 14. So that's the area of the whole rectangle. We can simplify it by collecting the like terms here. So we've got x squared plus 9x plus 14. So that's the area of the rectangle, but we're told that the area is equal to 230. So if we write equals 230, we're almost to what we want to show. We wanted to show that x squared plus 9x is equal to 216, but we've got to the point where we've got x squared plus 9x plus 14 is equal to 230. So we want to get rid of this 14, so we take away 14 and we take away 14, and on the left hand side we'll be left with x squared plus 9x. And on our right hand side we'd have 230, take away 14 would be 216. So again we've shown that x squared plus 9x is equal to 216. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. Okay, question number 17. So in question number 17 we've been asked to expand and simplify 3 plus g brackets 5 minus g. So we've been asked to expand and simplify this, so let's multiply it and see what we get. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times minus g, well that would be minus 3g. G times 5, well that would be 5g, so plus 5g. And finally, g times minus g. Well, g times g is g squared, and we've got a positive times a negative, so it could be minus g squared. Now if we have a look at this, we've got some like terms. We've got our minus 3g and 5g. So if we have minus 3g and we add another 5g, that would give us 2g. So we're going to have 15 plus 2g minus g squared. And that's it. So our answer would be 15 plus 2g minus g squared. So we've expanded those brackets. So this question was a little bit different. Instead of having our variable, our letter such as x, y, z, g at the front of the bracket, we actually had it as a second term in each of the brackets, but you just expand it as normal. So we just did 3 times 5, which was 15, 3 times minus g was minus 3g, g times 5, which was plus 5g, and g times minus g, which was minus g squared. And then we just collected our like terms. We looked at our minus 3g, we added 5g, and that's 2g. So the answer would be 15 plus 2g minus g squared. Okay, let's have a look at question number 18. Okay, let's have a look at question number 18. So question number 18 says, Mika correctly expands and simplifies 2x plus 11, x minus 3, close brackets. And we've been asked to circle the term that is part of its answer. So he expands these brackets correctly, so we need to expand these brackets, and we need to see which term is the correct term for x. So let's expand the brackets and see what we get. So 2x times x would be 2x squared. 2x times minus 3, well 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, so that's going to be minus 6x. 11 times x, that's going to be plus 11x. And 11 times minus 3 would be minus 33. Now we need to collect our like terms, so here we've got minus 6x plus 11x. Well, if we had minus 6 and we add 11, well adding 6 brings us to 0, we've got another 5, so it's going to be 5x. So it would be 2x squared plus 5x minus 33. Now if we have a look at our options, so our x term is 5x, so it's not going to be 8x, it's not going to be minus 5, it's 5, and it's not going to be minus 8x, so the correct answer is 5x. Okay, question number 19. So question number 19, we've been asked to expand and simplify y squared plus y in brackets, and then y plus 3, close brackets. So let's expand it. So y squared times y. Well, that's going to be y squared times y, so that's y times y times y, which is y cubed. Then we've got y squared times 3, so that's going to be plus 3y squared. Then we've got y times y, that's going to be y squared. And then finally, we've got y times 3, that's going to be plus 3y. Now if we have a look at this, we have got some like terms. We've got 2y squared terms. We've got 3y squared plus y squared. Well, if we had 3y squared and we add another y squared, that'd be 4y squareds. So we've got y cubed plus 4y squared plus 3y. So the answer is y cubed plus 4y squared plus 3y. So let's have a look at question number 20. So in question number 20, we've been asked to expand and simplify w plus 3, close brackets, w plus 4, close brackets. So we're going to have to expand and simplify these. Then we've got plus, and then we've got w plus 2, close brackets, w plus 7, close brackets. So we need to expand these as well and simplify them, and then we need to add them both together. So first of all, let's start off with our first pair of brackets. So we've got w times w, it's going to be w squared. W times 4 will be plus 4w. 3 times w is plus 3w, and 3 times 4 is plus 12. Now if we simplify this, we've got 4w plus 3w is plus 7w, so we've got w squared plus 7w plus 12. So that's what we get when we expand w plus 3 times w plus 4. Now let's look at our next pair of brackets. So we've got w times w is going to be w squared. W times 7 will be plus 7w. 2 times w is plus 2w. and 2 times 7 is plus 14. Now if we collect our like terms here, we've got 7w plus 2w, that's 9w. So we're going to then have w squared plus 9w plus 14. So now we just need to add these together, and then that will give us our answer. So we need to add this and this together, and that will be us done. So let's add them together and see what we get. So w squared plus w squared is 2w squared. 7w plus 9w is plus 16w. And 12 plus 14 is plus 26. So the answer would be 2w squared plus 16w plus 26. And that's us done. Okay, question number 21. So question number 21. In question number 21, we've been asked to expand and simplify 3y minus 5, close brackets, y plus 4, close brackets. So we need to expand these brackets, and then we need to take away whatever we get after we expand y minus 3 and y minus 5. So let's expand our brackets and see what we get to begin with. So we've got 3y times y would be 3y squared. Then we've got 3y times 4, so 3 times 4 is 12, so it'll be plus 12y. Now we've got minus 5 times y, that's minus 5y. And we've got minus 5 times 4, that's going to be minus 20. Now if we collect our like terms here, we've got 12y minus 5y, that's going to be plus 7y. So 3y squared plus 7y minus 20. So we've expanded our first pair of brackets. Now we've got to take away what we get after we expand our second pair of brackets. So let's just expand our second pair of brackets to begin with. So y times y is y squared. Y times minus 5 is minus 5y. Minus 3 times y is minus 3y. And minus 3 times 5, well, negative times a negative is a positive, and 3 times 5 is 15. Now, let's collect our like terms. We've got minus 5y minus 3y. Well, if we had minus 5 and we take away another 3, that'll be minus 8. So we'd have y squared minus 8y plus 15. Okay, so we've expanded and simplified. Now we need to take away. Now we need to be careful when we're taking away here, because we're taking away all of this from what we got. So we're taking away this whole thing, okay? So we're doing 3y squared, take away y squared. So 3y squared, take away y squared would be 2y squared. Now we've got 7y minus 8y. So we're subtracting a negative. And when we subtract a negative, it's the same as adding. When you minus 1, it's the same as adding 1. If we minus 8y, that's going to be the same as adding 8y. So we've got 7y, add 8y, and 7y, add 8y will be plus 15y. And we got that because we're subtracting a negative 8y. Now our minus 20, we've got minus 20, take away 15, positive 15. So we've got minus 20, take away 15. So we've got minus 20 and we're going to take away 15. So we're going to go down 15. So it's going to be minus 35. We're just taking away 15 from minus 20. And that's it. So the answer would be 2y squared plus 15y minus 35. And just be careful whenever you're subtracting, whenever you've been asked to expand and simplify and you're subtracting, you need to make sure you're subtracting everything you get in your answer. So you're subtracting the y squared, you're subtracting the minus 8y, and you're subtracting the 15. So whenever you subtract that minus 8y, you're going to be adding it on, okay? Okay, question number 22. It says expand and simplify 4y squared plus 5, close brackets, times 2y plus 1, close brackets, subtract 3y, open brackets, y squared minus 6, close brackets. So we need to expand this and simplify. So let's expand our first pair of brackets to begin with. So 4y squared times 2y, well, 4 times 2 is 8, and then y squared times y would be y cubed. Then we've got 4y squared times 1, so it's going to be plus 4y squared. Then we've got 5 times 2y, well, that's going to be plus 10y. And then 5 times 1, well 5 times 1 is 5, so plus 5. Now let's collect our like terms. Well actually here we've got y cubed, y squared, y and numbers. So there's actually no like terms we can simplify here. So that's that bit done. And at this point we've got two different approaches of what we can do. We can actually multiply what's in the bracket by 3y and just make sure we take away whatever we get. So, you know, whatever we get as our answer, we take it all away from this. Alternatively, and this is the approach that I use, I either just multiply out the bracket by whatever's in front of it. So I do minus 3y times y squared, minus 3y times minus 6, and just put them there and carry on. I'm going to use both approaches to show that they both work. So we could do 3y times y squared. Well, y times y squared is y cubed, so that'll be 3y cubed. And then we've got 3y times minus 6. Well, 3y times minus 6, well, 3 times 6 is 18y, so minus 18y. Now we're taking away all of that, so take away that and see what we get. So we could do that and we'd get, so we've got 8y cubed plus 4y squared plus 10y plus 5, and we're taking away 3y cubed, so we're going to take away 3y cubed, so 8y cubed take away 3y cubed is 5y cubed. We've then got our 4y squared. We're not taking anything away from that, so we're just going to have plus 4y squared. We've then got 10y take away minus 18y. So 10y take away minus 18y. We're minus in minus, so we're adding it on. 10y plus 18y would be plus 28y. And then finally, plus 5. So our answer would be 5y cubed plus 4y squared plus 28y plus 5. So that's one approach we could use. Alternatively, and this is the approach that I would use because it's a single bracket, I would multiply what's in the bracket by minus 3y and just put it on the end here. So I would do minus 3y times y squared. Well, y times y squared is y cubed, and it's minus 3y cubed, so 3y cubed. And then minus 3y times minus 6, well, negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 6 is 18, and we've got our y. And now we just collect our like terms. So 8y cubed minus 3y cubed is 5y cubed plus, and then we've just got our y squared term here, so plus 4y squared. In terms of our y's, we've got 10y plus 18y, so that's plus 28y, and then we've got our plus 5. And you can see both approaches give us the same answer, and that's it. Okay, so that's question number 22. So let's have a look now at question number 23. Okay, let's have a look at question number 23. So in question number 23, we've been given two brackets, x plus c and x plus d, and whenever they're expanded, we're told that they're equivalent to x squared plus 9px plus 72. And we're told that c is twice the value of d. So whatever value this is, it's twice the value of this value. And we've been asked to find two possible values for p. So there's two possible values for p, and we've been asked to find both of them. So whenever we expand our brackets, we would get x times x. Let's expand our brackets and see what we get. So x plus c, and then in brackets x plus d. And let's expand them and see what we get. So x times x is x squared. X times d, so d is a number, so it's going to be plus dx, just putting the number in front of the x, the d in front of the x. Then c times x, so plus cx, and then c times d would be plus cd. So if we expanded our brackets, that's what we'd get. And if you have a look at what it's equivalent to, what we're told in the question, we were told that x squared plus px, so whenever we collected our like terms, that would be the px part, and then we've got plus 72. Now the 72 must be the cd part, so c and d multiplied together must give us 72. And we're told that c is twice the value of d. So let's consider numbers that multiply together to give us 72, and we want to find one which is twice the value of the other one. So for instance, if we went for 72 and 1, that's, that value is 72 times larger than that one. 36 times 2, no, it's going to be 18 times larger. Let's go closer together. Let's try 12 times 6. 12 times 6 is 72, and one value is double the other value. So that's one possible pair of numbers that would work. C could be 12 and D could be 6, because if C was equal to 12, you would get in brackets x plus 12, close brackets, x plus 6. So that's what our brackets would be. The value for C is double the value for D. And if you expanded your brackets, you'd get x times x is x squared. X times 6 would be plus 6x. 12 times x would be plus 12x, and 12 times 6 would be plus 72. So we've got our plus 72, our x squared, and now we just need to simplify these like terms to get our p. So 6x plus 12x, well, that would be 18x. That would be x squared plus 18x plus 72. So that means one possible value for p is 18, because 18x. And if you look here, the p is the value in front of the x, what we call the coefficient of x. So one value for p is 18. So that's one possible value for p that would work. Now if we go back to our numbers here, 12 times 6 is equal to 72, and 12 is double 6. But also remember that a negative times a negative is also equal to a positive. So it could have been minus 12 and minus 6, because negative 12 times a negative 6 would give us 72, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and 12 times 6 is 72. But also minus 12 is twice the value, it's double negative 6. If you double negative 6, you get negative 12. So that means that another possible pair of numbers that could go in our brackets would be negative 12 and minus 6. So let's write that in and see what we get. So x minus 12 and x minus 6. So that's another pair of values that could go inside the brackets. So let's expand our brackets and let's find our value for p. So whatever we get whenever we collect our like terms after we expand. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 6 is minus 6x. Minus 12 times x would be minus 12x. And minus 12 times minus 6 would be negative times negative is a positive, and 12 times 6 is 72. Now if we collect our like terms, we've got minus 6x minus 12x. Well, minus 6 take away another 12 would be minus 18, so that'll be x squared minus 18x plus 72. So another value for p that we could have is minus 18. Remember, p is the value in front of x, it's the coefficient, whatever number is in front of x, and that is minus 18. So our two possible values for p are 18 or negative 18, and that's it. Okay, let's have a look at question number 24. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. Question number 24. So we've got the shape, it's a T-shape, and we've been told the area of the shape above is A. So the area of the shape is A. And we've been asked to show that A is equal to 10x squared plus 26x minus 9. So in other words, we just need to find the area of the shape, and that would be A, the area of it. And hopefully this is our answer. So let's split this into two rectangles. Let's divide it into a horizontal rectangle here and a vertical rectangle here. And let's get the area of both of those regions or both of those rectangles and add them together. So let's start off with the top. We know the length of the rectangle is 4x plus 9 and the width of the rectangle is x minus 1. So let's multiply those together. 4x plus 9 and then x minus 1. Now normally I would do this below and do my working out below. It's just so that I can see the diagram whenever I'm doing this solution for you. That's why I'm writing it up here. So 4x times x would be 4x squared. 4x times minus 1 would be minus 4x. 9 times x would be plus 9x. And 9 times minus 1 would be minus 9. And then collecting our like terms, we've got minus 4x plus 9x. Well, minus 4 plus 9 is 5. So that'll be 4x squared plus 5x minus 9. So whenever we get the area of this part of the shape, this rectangle, the area is 4x squared plus 5x minus 9. So that's the area of that region, that rectangle. Now let's look at this rectangle here. So we've got its length, which is fantastic, but we don't actually have its width. We don't have this distance here. We know that this part is 3x, but we don't have this part. But if we have a look at the whole length here, the whole length of this whole shape from here to here is 4x plus 9. Now we've got this distance and this distance. So if we take both of those distances away from 4x plus 9, we'll get this distance here. So we've got 4x, and we're taking away an x and taking away another x. So that would leave us with 2x. And then we've got a 9 and we're taking away 2, so that'll be plus 7. So that means that this width would be 2x plus 7. And let's just check it. Let's add together this length, and this length and see if we get 2x plus 7. So x plus x is 2x, plus 2x is 4x. And then we've got 2 plus 7 is 9. So that means that this width must be, the width of this rectangle must be 2x plus 7. And we've got its length. So if we multiply the length by the width, we'll get its area. So let's do that. Let's see what we get. So for this region here, we're going to do 3x, so it's just 3x times 2x plus 7. And when we expand our brackets, we've got 3x times 2x, that's going to be 3 times 2 is 6, so it's going to be 6x squared. And 3x times 7 would be plus 21x. So we've got the area of this rectangle at the top, and we've got the area of this rectangle below. So we now just need to add them together to get the area of the whole shape, which is capital A. So let's write capital A is equal to, and then it's this, which is 4x squared plus 5x minus 9, plus this, which is 6x squared plus 21x. And then if we collect our like terms, so let's see what we get. 4x squared plus 6x squared is 10x squared. Our x's, we've got 5x plus 21x, that's plus 26x. And then we've got our minus 9. And that's what we were asked to show, so that's it, we're done. So that's it. So that is the area of that shape. And that's it. So these have been the video solutions to the expand on two brackets practice questions. I really hope you found them useful. If you have found them useful, please like the video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and thanks very much. Cheers, bye.